Good early afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you will take pleasure in the toned down, easy listening podcast brought to you by Corner Diner Sports. This week's matinee, with only one sheed, can be considered kid and in-law friendly because they are both upstairs and did not allow my co-hosts the time and opportunity to get a load on yet. Next week, we will go back to our regularly scheduled time and shenanigans. But until then, grab yourself your second peppermint white chocolate latte and serving of biscuits and gravy and enjoy the show.
Oh, erroneous!
I need a new position for sperm worm fishing with you. I want to jam my putts and both of my nuts in your shoe. I feel my pecker tingling, balls are jingling too. Come on and be so pleasant to pump my present in you.
It's time for the best pubcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, this is Jason Martinez from 97.5 The Fanatic and the Stick to Hockey podcast, and you're listening to the drunkest, craziest motherfuckers this side of the Mississippi. Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
What is going on, everybody? Corner Pub Sports coming at you here live on a Saturday. Hello, this is Jim Nance.
Mike Polar Shooter McGavin.
Hello, everybody. This is Jim Nance. This is Jim Nance. Welcome, friends.
Welcome.
What was it? Peppermint latte? Is that what you
White chocolate peppermint latte.
Oh my God, that was good. Well done, Mike.
Thank you.
That was a good open. Welcome everybody to the first Saturday noon show we've done in 7 years. This is crazy because we've when we started off 8 years ago, it was every Saturday at noon. And then we decided, well, our weekends are kind of getting shot, so it's time to switch things a little bit. So
Saturday in the park.
The 4th of July.
Yeah, so we
a man selling ice cream.
Is that what they say in that song?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I don't know about that band.
Chicago?
You don't like Chicago either?
Dude, I got to tell you.
You're un-American.
No, I got to tell you. Early Chicago, it's like that era is okay.
Yeah.
They got weird in the 80s. Like,
that Peter Cetera, I love you stuff you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't
like
stand
the ballady,
it. They became...
They were all hits, though, dude. All hits.
Yeah, but they became a videographer's wedding dream band.
Yeah.
Every picture album or video album that you did at a wedding in 1980s had Chicago in the background. And I think that's why I hate it, because I grew up around that. My uncle did that for a living. I hate it. I couldn't stand it. Love you, whatever the songs were. But they were so bad. But anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
Karate Kid song.
Yeah.
I am a man who will fight for your honor.
God. That's the song that everyone would pick.
Big hit.
Yeah.
Big
Was that 1985? Something like that?
85, 86.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the show.
That early Chicago, though, dude.
Yeah. Ooh. Early Chicago was really good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was excellent. Geez. Breaking news.
Yes, I heard this.
Yeah, Darius Slay is going to miss Monday's game.
And a couple more. He had arthroscopic knee
surgery. Yeah.
Whatever.
That's big.
That's big because they wanted him against Metcalf.
Yeah.
But before we'll talk about that in a second. Most importantly, how we start off every show. What are we drinking?
I got some Fiddlehead IPA from Vermont.
Fiddlehead.
Vermont.
Giggity.
Fiddlehead.
Yeah, so it's Ooh, I'm gonna try that. Yeah, it's solid. Real good.
I'm doing a screwdriver
I might,
because it's
I might break in.
a little orange juice and vodka going on here. And Gary's drinking a 24-ounce coffee.
Absolutely.
That's gonna come out like a charm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's gonna come out so great for you.
Oh yeah, just like the other day with the prep.
That's Gary's coffee talking.
I should have just drank Wawa coffee for the colonoscopy prep.
Jay Parr said early Jimmy Buffett was excellent also.
Yeah,
So yeah.
See,
what a waste of
you
a
gotta go there.
record contract. Cheeseburger in paradise.
We got a ton to talk about tonight.
A ton?
Today, a ton. I said a ton, not a tongue. Ton.
It's like you said, tongue.
The Phillies
Some tongue and
brought in somebody this week. We'll talk about that. Flyers Sixers having a good week. We're obviously going to talk to the Eagles. We got While You Were Drunk. But first, now listen. I'm saying this because it's not something we like to gloat about, but this is pretty big.
Yeah.
Corner Putt Sports is the number one independently owned Philadelphia sports podcast as of this week.
Hats off.
Yeah.
to us.
Cheers, baby.
Hats
And
off.
we're cheering to you guys who watch it and download it every single week because that's what it's about. It's, look, we try to, I like to say we give you good content. We just like to get together and talk sports and
We'll keep you entertained.
try to give you laughs and all that. But you guys are the ones who made that happen. That's amazing. We were hovering for a while. There was one or two podcasts that were ahead of us, and rightfully so. There was some really good ones out there. And but yeah, as of this week, we are now the number one independent. Now, what do I mean by that? Number one independently owned. The two podcasts. So we're now ranked 3. I'm sorry, we're ranked 4 overall. But out of those top 3,
criteria? Is it just
it's downloads, streams, social media reach, all that stuff. So
nice.
impact
Right.
on the community. So
And who is it like an independent testing or like how does it?
yeah,
I
I guess they take all the metrics. The site takes all the metrics and stuff and
Our impact, like at the wall drill.
yeah, that's right. So but 1 and 2 were owned by NBC Sports. Number 3 is owned by KYW. Number 4 is us.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's good company.
yeah. When you look back and
Right.
you look at it and you see all the the vodka's right by my feet there. While he's making himself a screwdriver. When you look at all the podcasts that are in the area, I mean, there's a ton of them, especially during COVID. Like it just blew up during COVID. So it's very impressive, and I'm really proud of our listeners for making this happen, and I'm happy for us because this was a long time coming, man.
Yes, that's
So-
great. That's great stuff.
Yep. Jay Parr said, been saying it for over a year. CPS is the best. What do you mean over a year? Only a year? No, I know. I'm kidding. He's only been listening for about a year. Polsky said, well done, guys. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mark. Mark said he's food shopping with us right now.
Food shopping.
Which was funny because Geraldine, Mark's wife, hit us up last week, and she's like, brunch with CPS? I'm in. So I had on the door. Yeah, there you go. So cheers to you guys for making that happen. Thank you so much. So, all right. Get that tomfoolery out of the way.
Oh no, we suck again.
Oh, man. It's not good.
Shut that cunt's
Yeah,
mouth
the
or I'll
news
come
is
over there and
about
fuck
Slade
start her
kinda
head.
changes a lot.
We'll all be a shit covered dick.
The Eagles were absolutely embarrassed for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And last week might have been even worse than the week before.
Last week is different.
Why
Yeah.
is it different?
Well, because against San Fran, we got our asses kicked. We got annihilated. We got beat by a team that beat us. They beat us up. Dallas, I'm not saying we win the game, but we took ourselves out of that game. We took ourselves out of making that a competitive game. We had 3 turnovers within the 30-yard line, and then a turnover on downs. We had a penalty on the tush push which ended up killing a
Oh,
drive.
yeah, man. I had my shit washed in, bro. Big time.
Well,
Tush push.
yeah, I mean, except on that play, it didn't work out.
Me personally, the last 2 weeks, the better teams won the football game.
I understand, and I'm not saying that Dallas wasn't the better team and Dallas didn't deserve the win, but then we also had a lot of penalties on third down when we were playing defense that kept drives alive for them.
And the turnovers.
The
my
three
God.
turnovers and a turnover on down.
What about the 4 drop passes?
The drop passes. I mean, all of that came into play. So I'm not saying I don't feel as bad about that one as I do San Fran because I feel like we didn't get beat as badly. I feel like we beat ourselves more in that game, which isn't great, but
Yeah,
it's not as bad.
it's interesting you say it because Ryan the next morning, Ryan who's not on the show tonight, today. I keep saying tonight because I'm used to it. Today wrote us the next day, and he's like in our text thread, and he's like, Jalen Hurts looks really bad. I'm like, he doesn't though. Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, because I have an interesting kind of mirror image thing to bring up and see what you guys think about it. But Jalen Hurts didn't look bad. He was pretty consistent. Like he was hitting his targets. You just said, Gary, 4 drop passes, 3 turnovers, 1 by him, which is his fault.
Yeah, for sure.
7 leads the league.
7 straight games with a fumble, not fumble loss, but a fumble. Although 2 of them weren't his fault. One was Kelsey, and one was Gainwell. But aside from that, I'm not, whatever. Now it sounds like I'm making excuses for the guy. But he was pretty consistent last week. He tried to they moved the ball. They hit decent offensive numbers. They moved the ball down the field. Those turnovers in the red zone, they're going to kill you every time. So those 2 turnovers occur. That's
sort of field goals and not touchdowns.
Absolutely. And that's absolutely true. So you lose the
3 to 7 points.
Right. There's another 2 turnovers in the red zone. AJ Brown drops the ball inside the 5, which he normally catches. I'm not going to kill AJ Brown. He normally catches it. Devontae Smith dropped a big pass. Yeah. I mean,
they both fumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game, I agree. Like, I'm like, all right, it's just a bad game, but it came at a bad time because you needed to win that game. And now you're creating a situation where they don't
control their own destiny now.
When NFC East, they do.
The NFC East, they still do, yes.
But not for the number 1 seed.
Right.
No.
You need San Fran to lose a game.
Yes.
And you have to win out.
And they may not lose a game.
They might not. And it's not the end of the world. If you're number 2 seed.
Especially the way that, it's interesting. The way that this plays out, if you're the number 2 seed, it may not. I don't remember if they reseed.
They don't. It's lower seed. Yeah, you're not playing, whoever, Tampa Bay or whoever wins the first round. And yeah.
Right. So, because if the Eagles have the 2 seed, they're playing the 3 seed. Right? Or I don't know if it would be the 6 seed.
It could be
Detroit.
It could be Detroit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be Detroit. Where in that second round game, that means that Dallas, as the 5 seed, has to beat the Saints or somebody like that. And then they play San Fran.
Yeah.
So actually,
if you finish right.
I think it's going to beat Dallas and San Fran at the end.
But it can't be Dallas and San Fran. That's what I'm saying. If we end up with, unless you're saying we lose again and we lose that 2 seed and we don't win the division.
I mean,
are you saying that?
No, I can't say that yet, Mike. I just can't.
Okay, so if you're
because
the
Eagles do have talent. They're just not playing well.
Right. So if they're still the 2 seed, then Dallas. I mean, again, unless the 3-6 and the 6 beats 3, and then that screws everything up.
I get what you're saying.
But
Okay.
they can't. So San Fran and Dallas got to play each other. So, but if you're saying the winner of that San Fran Dallas game goes to the Eagles and goes to the Super Bowl, I right now I can't argue with you there.
All right. I don't see the Eagles getting past the first round.
You see the Eagles losing
in the first round of the playoffs. Yes.
You see them losing to
they go to Tampa Bay. I mean,
Seattle,
they lose to Tampa Bay.
They lost to the Jets.
Yeah, come on, man.
No.
They're not playing well. They're just not.
No, I
they
agree.
lost to the Jets like 8 weeks ago with their 4 turnovers. Like that's a lot different. That's a lot different.
The defense is fucking abysmal, dude. The defense is terrible. They're just bad.
The last 2 weeks have been absolutely atrocious, and the defense has been bad for a month.
Right. They've been,
but they're good. They're still good enough to win those games.
They've played 6 straight tough games. That has this and they at least they get an extra day's rest. I mean, losing Slay is a killer. It really is.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt.
Right.
You had him on Metcalf. I feel pretty good now. I guess it's Bradbury on Metcalf. Metcalf might, dude. That's not good.
Yeah.
Metcalf might eat them alive, man.
Yeah.
He might eat them alive.
Yeah, and the Seahawks, they're not a step over. They're going to
Not
play.
in Seattle too.
They're going to play.
That's
And they're
scary.
desperate.
That's the scary part.
I mean, they almost beat Dallas.
Yeah, in Seattle. It's not an easy place to play. That 12th man thing.
In the rain again.
But
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going to rain again.
Of course, it's Seattle. Of course, it is. Although Seattle always rain, it's mist. It's not like they never get downpour rain. It's like a misty rain. It'll be all right. But you mentioned something, and I was thinking about this week. My worst nightmare would be the Niners and Cowboys. Like
In the championship.
yeah, like that'd be the absolute worst nightmare, the worst case scenario.
Because you
if
don't
you're
have
an Eagles
anybody
fan.
to root for. Well, I guess you're rooting for San Fran, but you don't feel good about
I'm not rooting for any. Yeah, no, I'm rooting for AFC team all the way.
it. Well, no, I mean,
Oh,
in
they
that-
make
in that
it?
game.
Oh yeah, I'd rather San Fran make it than Dallas, but because I legit think that San Fran is a really good team.
San Fran looks like the best team in football right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that close.
No, I said that 2 weeks ago. I thought they were the best before we played that game
Yeah.
against them. I was worried about the game, and Ryan had a good thing. He's like, yeah, they are, but we're the toughest team to lose, to lose or to beat or whatever. And I was like,
Right.
yeah, that makes sense. Like in a weird way, it does make sense because we just never go away.
And then we did.
We have gone away the last 2 games.
Yeah.
It's been
But it's,
ugly.
again,
Ugly.
I think with the schedule lightening up a little bit, I think that they have a chance to get right. I felt that those 2 games were both going to be tough. I felt that they
Mhm.
needed to beat San Fran because I didn't feel good about the Dallas.
Yeah. In Dallas, who played really well at home.
Both teams had 10 days rest.
Yeah.
That has to come into play a little bit.
Yeah. And what was it? The San Fran game, the Eagles had 3 games in 13 days.
Right.
San Fran was 1 day out of 10.
Yeah, like
Right.
the NFL schedule, he screwed them.
Yeah. And
Bad.
even so, at least they get an extra day rest this week. But
Yeah.
then next week, they got a shorter week.
No, next week's actually they're playing Monday as well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
They play against
I thought so. I thought
Oh,
so
they
too.
play against Giants Monday night?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Christmas.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's an afternoon game on Christmas. Yeah, you're right. Okay, it's a 4:00 game. Okay. There's 3 games on Christmas.
Yeah,
Like that. I don't know.
Money grab.
Yeah, it's a little much, but there's 3 Saturday games today.
yeah,
Which is why I got football now.
yeah. I know. It's fantasy. Obviously, we're
Yeah, we'll get into fantasy. We don't we don't normally talk. What's the matter, Garrett? No, we'll get into fantasy in a little bit. Yeah, it's just been ugly. But so the mirror image thing, people have been really getting on Hurts, like tough on Hurts right now. And first, I'm just going to preface this by saying I think it's unfair because I think Hurts has done.
He's the leader.
Has
They're
he
going to
done?
attack him.
Has he
Sean.
done enough to win?
It's quarterback.
No, because they're not getting the ball in the end zone. They've had what, 1 garbage time touchdown in the last 2 games.
He's been very indecisive.
He has been.
He has been
And he's getting
indecisive.
he's confused. He's getting
You know what? But
confused.
some of this might be the coordinator.
Right, because he took the RPO away from him. They haven't been using the RPOs.
That's true. They've. I mean,
You haven't
let's
used
get
a
into
run.
it. Like
you haven't used a run in general. No.
AJ Brown said they're predictable.
Mhm.
AJ Brown said, "Watch what Dallas does. Watch their play
Mhm.
calling. Watch how quick they get the ball out. Watch all the different things and different schemes." He's like, "We're predictable,
He said our plays take too long to develop.
and it's predictable."
Why? Look, you have Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Why are you not doing slants, quick slants?
Right.
You can't one guy isn't going to be able to tackle AJ Brown. He's going to go off for another 10, 15 yards, like until someone else
You
gets
got
on.
that.
That's the problem that I'm talking about with Hurts. He doesn't progress to his reads.
Yeah, but he's not even.
If he don't see that first read, he runs.
No, that's not true. He's had all day to throw the last couple weeks.
Yeah, and then
he's
he
had
trips.
all day.
Then he trips.
That's not what you're saying.
No,
Now
no,
you're
right.
changing
I'm
your
talking about-
you're changing your argument as
I'm
we're
being
going
a
along.
jackass, you're right.
That's the opposite of what we're saying. That's the opposite of what AJ Brown's saying. He's going through his reads, but it's taking forever, right? Why isn't the ball coming out when it should be, right? Because there's been multiple times, throw the ball. What he's
3
saying,
to 4 seconds, that ball should be out of his hands.
what he's saying is watch Dallas, boom, back foot gone,
Yeah,
back
okay,
foot
all
gone,
right.
Hurts isn't doing that.
But that might
Is
not
it
be
Hurts? Is it the coordinator?
I
Is
think
it
it's a coordinator.
the
way
receiver's
that-
not getting open?
the way that AJ Brown was saying it. It seems like it's a play calling thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Now-
So then, as your leader and as a quarterback, who cares what the coordinator called? I can see it open. I'm throwing it.
Come on now.
Like you got to do something.
I do have to say, like, they were 10-1, talked about it.
But it was a tough.
Yeah,
very
we're
tough
like, wow,
10-1.
10-1, but it doesn't feel like 10-1,
No.
right? And it didn't feel that way because we knew I'm not going to say it was fool's gold, but they had gotten lucky for quite a few of those games. And
Yeah.
you're like, man, I don't know. Like something didn't feel right.
I'm hoping this is a wake up call. I'm hoping that the offensive coordinator has a little bit more creativity and kind of figures it out, or maybe he's holding things back. Like, if not, man, Del Rio or like not Del Rio, who's like Reich,
Yeah.
or something like you got to get
Well,
somebody else.
Del
in.
Rio's out there too for defensive coordinator.
Well, defensive, yeah. I mean, that's probably not a terrible idea right now.
I
I mean, if they crumble these last few games, that whole coaching staff might get fired.
Not
Sirianni, not
Not
Sirianni.
They fired Doug Peterson the year after he won a Super Bowl.
no, it was
2
2
years,
years.
2
2
years
years
after
after
he
he
won a
won.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that team,
You're not going to fire a coach
This
that went
team-
to the Super Bowl and went 10-1.
yeah, we were 10-1. Like this team was 10-1. They didn't lose. They didn't win 10 games by accident. Like they're a good team. They're still. This is what I'm talking about. Like people are overreacting so much because they lost 2 tough games.
Yes.
You know, like people are completely overreacting.
We still have the best record in the NFL.
Mhm.
We still have the best record in the NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
Miami lost Monday night to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Everyone has Miami as their darlings from the AFC. They lost to Tennessee in historic fashion. They had less than 3 minutes left, and they blew that game. Tennessee of all teams.
Yeah.
Came back.
Miami's a fraud.
See, are they though,
They're a fraud.
or is it the NFL? Because it's every given week.
Yeah. Sean's right. I mean,
You know, I don't know.
you got Hill, you got Waddle, you got great running back with Mostart and Acme. Tua is playing well. Tua was an MVP candidate. Like, that offense is legit. On the other side of the ball, you got Surtain and Xavier Howard as your corners.
or not Surtain.
Not Surtain. I'm sorry. The
Ramsey.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
the Rams guy. Yeah. So yeah, you got a legit offensive defense there, and they got beat.
All around, the NFL has just been strange and weird this
It
season.
has been. It very much has been. I mean, even the 49ers lost to Denver, right? Didn't they lose to Denver this year?
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Well, they lost 3 in a row.
It was
They
Cincinnati,
had a bad loss.
Cleveland,
Was it Arizona?
Cincinnati, Cleveland, and I forget who the other one was.
There was a bad loss in there.
They had a few injuries too when they lost that.
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
games.
so did we.
Yeah. So my mirror image thing. So people being really hard on Hurts, which by the way reminds me of the best thing that was ever said in '60s television. You know, you were really hard on the Beaver last night, Cleve. They were really hard on Hurts, and it kind of made me think about it. I was actually thinking about it this morning.
So hard it hurts.
And I'm just prefacing this by saying I don't think it's going down this path, but I think people are feeling this way because that's what we are so used to history repeating
Alarmist.
itself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The fatalist, alarmist history.
Overreactionary.
Carson
You're
Wentz.
overreactionary.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just pissed off, Mike. That's
Carson
all.
Wentz has an absolute amazing season, MVP caliber season, and then doesn't quite look right the next year. And then the year after that, he's gone. Right. Jalen Hurts has an MVP caliber season last year. Granted, an injury derailed Carson Wentz that next season, but this year, new coordinators, all this, whatever the case is, and Hurts hasn't looked right. Now people are pointing a finger at Hurts, and people are starting to think, I don't know, maybe that was so.
A lot of different.
Yeah.
I agree.
circumstances on that.
Yeah, and Hurts is still throwing for 300 plus yards a game. Something.
Not
you know?
only that, still the best. Hurts still has the best record in the NFL.
Mhm.
That next season wasn't good with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he looked very subpar.
There was
Right.
nobody said anything, but there was just about now was when the whispers were starting to come out about him not being a good leader. Jalen Hurts is not a quarterback that I think is going to have leadership
Yeah.
issues.
And was that the next year where he hurt his back? Spinal, my bad, spinal.
Oh, he hurt his back that season before near the
broke.
end. You
No,
remember?
no. That's what I'm talking about. The year after the MVP year,
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Foles ended up coming back in and whatever,
Yeah,
and
and
then
there was that whole-
turn it,
yeah.
fracture back and all. Oh, by the way, Mr. Polsky got us these glasses. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, they
Corner,
are awesome.
Corner Putt Sports pint glasses, man. Check that out.
I like the Philly background,
Yeah.
the skyline.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Good job, Mark. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. It was a Christmas gift.
I already said thank you once. I ain't saying it again.
All right, well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Some of our listeners get us gifts, so we appreciate it. I'll give you the
Yeah,
address.
we
after.
like gifts.
Well, Jay's certainly hooked us up.
Yes, he has. I'm only kidding.
GoFundMe, cornerpubsports.com.
And Patrick gifts us with articles.
Sure does.
So
Cornerpubsports.net. I'm sure it'll be a prediction.
/ GoFundMe.
I'm sure there'll be a prediction article coming out for the Seattle Eagles game. Hey, see that segue I just did?
There you go.
So Seattle's had our number over the past 15 years. There's 3 games
It's been that long. Ooh.
15 years since we beat in Seattle.
Oh wow.
2007 or something like that. Something close to that. There's 3 games that come to mind when I think of Seattle and the Eagles, and they're all not good.
I remember Russell Wilson carving us up. I mean, it's not more than once, but
yeah, the playoff game comes to mind. Speaking of Carson Wentz,
yeah,
the Clowney hit. I thought they should have won that game.
Yeah.
That was 2 years after. That was Wentz's basically his last season, right?
Well, it's last full season.
Full season.
Yeah. I remember it was I think wasn't it Seattle that exposed Chip Kelly?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Seattle exposed Chip Kelly.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
Seattle was the team that found
Yep.
a way to stop the fast-paced offense.
Yep.
Figured out a way to counterpunch that, and the Eagles. That was in the middle of the second season, or towards the end of his second season.
Yeah.
And it never got after that. It was over.
It was a horrible loss.
It was a horrible
I
loss.
remember I was in Jersey. I watched that game in Jersey, and I stopped watching. It was on. I mean, I ended up having a conversation with somebody. I was like, I'm done.
But it was
a whitewash.
It was literally the next coach said, "I see what you did here. I see what you did here. I see what they're doing. What counteracting this." And Chip Kelly never changed a thing. Not in 2 years did he change a thing. Instead, he changed personnel and got rid of LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson and brought in DeMarco Murray.
Yeah. Well, that's a. I hate to go back because I'm gonna stick with the Seattle thing for a second, but I hate to go back, but that's a worry of people again.
Predictability.
Yeah, are they going to adapt? Is Brian Johnson going to adapt? Is Sirianni going to say, "Hey, we got to start running the ball a little more because this isn't working"?
Right. Well, they did run the ball more.
They tried to. They were down. They went down early, and it was hard. It was hard to. They didn't really find a lot of running room against Dallas's defense, and that's not the defense you're going to. Well, I say that.
It's not a great run defense.
No, they're not. You know who isn't? Seattle, 27th in the league in rushing.
Right.
Against rushing.
So you got to expose it.
You have to
You got to expose
I'm
it.
gonna see what the over under on DeAndre Swift's rushing yards are, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So the other 2 games with Seattle.
Let Penny rush for 100 yards against his former team.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't understand that.
The other game, the other Seattle games was before that 2007 streak started. 42-0 opening day. If Ricky Waters was here, I think it was 1996 or something like that.
Jesus.
And then another one was I'm going back to 92 when they had 12 sacks on Randall Cunningham. So I'm all my Seattle memories are not good. They just don't have a good time against that team, and they don't have a choice though. They have to come out and play fire football.
Yeah.
You know how you stop DK Metcalf? You get the Geno Smith. You got to get him.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get him.
Well, if they're
53
steps back and getting rid of the ball, it's
58.5 yards for DeAndre Swift is the over under this week.
There's nothing that tells me he gets over that right now.
You don't think so?
I think he could.
That's what I'm saying. Against the 27th ranked.
I think he could.
You got to use them, Sean. You got to use the run.
That's what I'm saying. I think he does. I think he gets over that this week. Against that defense, I think this is the week that you see the return of DeAndre Swift.
I think I'm flip-flopping. I think that he does because I think they control this game better. They don't go down as quickly. They're not losing this game the way that they were in the past. I think that
What was that? They don't go down.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
So yeah, I think that they end up having a a better game, and I think that actually equates to them running the ball more. They're going to want to keep Seattle's offense off the field.
Mm-hmm.
They want to keep their defense fresh. That's the other thing.
We've been saying it for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, you got to start fresh.
Run the ball and keep the offense off because how dangerous Dallas' offense was.
Start
how
fast.
Dangerous San Fran was.
Sorry, Sean. You can't be down 14 points at the half again.
Dude,
just can't.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
You can't do that. You'll lose.
If you lose if you're down 10,
you're going to lose.
I'm sorry. If you're down at all at half, I shouldn't say that. If you're down by 3 or 7, that's one thing. If you're down double digits at halftime again,
you're going to lose.
I think I'm throwing my hat in for the rest of the year. I think I'm going to say, you know what? This team just doesn't have it.
I can't say that. They were down. They were down. I hear you, but they were down 10 against Buffalo and Kansas City.
You can't keep winning that way. And it's been proven, right? They've already. You can't keep falling down in these games.
It takes plays out of your playbook when you're down like that.
The other thing that they got to do is they got to get these rookies and young guys that are playing tackle. They got to get them off the field more. They got to utilize the other guys more.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're
wearing them down?
Yeah, they're winded. They are,
and
they're not used for the hustle and bustle of the NFL.
And we talked about
playing a lot of defensive snaps too because they're on the field so damn much.
I agree.
I actually heard Nolan Smith's name last week for the first time in ages. I was like, oh my God, he's
a couple
back.
times he was
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Is Dean back soon?
He's got a glass jaw anyway, so
I don't know if he was.
I just don't
know. I thought he was out for the season. Is he not
I
out
don't
for the
think he's a
season?
player that can train. That's going to transition to the NFL. I just don't. I don't see with him.
I hope he does, man, because they could certainly need some fast linebacker.
They really need that because when he's healthy and on the field, dude, this is a first, right? This is the first we've ever heard of from Dave. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Dave Peterson checking in.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
What's
you
up,
too.
brother?
Top of the morning to you. And the rest of the day to you.
Put a penis to you.
Penis.
Such a good dick.
That'll never get old.
No, it's not.
Just
like Pete Rose's girlfriends.
I forget the premise of that.
We were talking about a bad guy in a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about a bad guy in a movie, and he's such a
that character.
Whoever we're talking about, that's what he. I didn't remember. I was like, and I didn't say nothing. I just jotted it down. The next week, I put that on there. Oh,
that's
man.
funny.
Yeah, it was classic. I love this. We're podcast and NFL football is coming on a Saturday afternoon. This is good stuff.
Jake Browning.
Yeah, I'll be checking my phone for my fantasy while I'm out and about.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we? I guess we look at the matchups here. Seattle Eagles. Oh, but before we do that, like you guys, Seattle Eagles memories, right? Like I don't know if you have any good ones. It's been a long. I don't remember the last time we've beaten Seattle. Honestly, I don't remember the last time.
I can't remember.
It's crazy.
Actually, I do.
You're going back all the way to '92.
I remember
since then, but yeah,
I remember being a kid, probably around like 89, 90, when they had a really good defense. I remember
Rick Meyer.
I think it was like
the next
Steve
Joe Montana.
Steve Largent was still playing.
Oh, jeez.
Mike Quipp might have still been playing. The Eagles were beating them so bad that at halftime I went swimming in the pool and came in like in the middle of the third quarter, and it was like over.
Oh man,
I remember that game. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I remember that game.
Dave Peterson wants to give us congratulations on being the #1 sports podcast in Philly. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Again, couldn't do it without you guys, man. You're definitely one of the most loyal ones, man.
Screw you, Jobu. I'll do it myself.
Fuck you, Jobu. And for Mark, I wanted to play this for Mark. Mark, I hope you have us on speakerphone in the supermarket.
Yes.
I hope that's on his. I hope he has it on Bluetooth or something, like blaring in the supermarket as he's shopping in the seafood section.
God, like I can't listen to that.
He's got a box of chocolate pudding in his hand.
Listen to that with headphones on.
He said I do. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh. God almighty.
He said we got some attention.
Your hair smells fucking beautiful.
Oh man. some guys like trying to load the shelves. He's like,
You fucking goddamn fucker.
I'm just trying to help you.
yeah, where's that? I gotta find that one.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
I just want to know where the corned beef cabbage is. That's all I want to know.
He's laughing.
Nice little man, don't you?
Just trying to find all
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
He had to have turned it down by now.
you Jew motherfucker, you.
He's gonna get kicked out of the store. All right.
Probably cracking up.
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Are you using the self-checkout, sir? Don't do that to one of our machines.
Oh my God.
He's in the seafood section.
It stinks.
Oh man. All right. So
Good Lord.
so
I'm not even drinking and I'm laughing.
yo, here you go.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
My ass, man. Shit.
Great.
Aisle 5, he said. All right, let's do a breakdown and predictions on this week's game, man, because this is pressure's on, man. This is a big game. This is a must win. It's a must win if you want to have that number 2 seed at the least the number 2 seed.
Well, it's big.
Dallas played Miami and Baltimore. I get it,
You want to have a get right game.
but you still got it. You can't lose 3 in a row, man.
Yeah. That slate changes a lot, but I think that they win.
Okay.
I feel that they win. I feel that this is a get right game. I feel that they're pissed off. I feel that there's going to be adjustments made. Geno Smith is a decent quarterback, but he's not great.
Is he definitely playing?
He's looks like he's trending that way.
Is it? Yeah.
Walker's playing. I know that they got, but Seattle's defense has given up a lot of points.
Yeah,
The last
he's
3 weeks.
going to play. Yeah.
The last 3 weeks, they've given up a lot of points. They're on a 4-game losing streak themselves. They're leaking oil.
Yeah.
I think that the Eagles are the better team.
They are.
And I feel that this is the week where they're coming off. They get a little bit extra rest finally to recover. They've heard the noise all week. I know that they heard the noise last week, but it just seems like a win to me. I think that it's a win. I was going to say more of a blowout. I think with Slay, maybe it becomes single digits.
Mm.
But
yeah, Slay being, I do think that's going to be a tough match. If it's Bradbury on him, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
He's been on fire the last 3 weeks or so. Didn't you have him? Did you have Metcalf in fantasy?
Nah.
No, you didn't. Yeah, he's been on absolute fire the last few weeks, man, and
so I called 34.
It's kind of scary.
I called 34-24.
Okay.
I'm going to adjust it a little bit.
Okay. 34-27, something like that.
34, yeah, somewhere around 34-27, 34-28, something like that. I think instead of that extra, there's going to be an extra touchdown instead of a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
I mean, yeah, DK Metcalf, he's a beast, but the Eagles have their version as well with A.J. Brown.
They sure do.
A.J. Brown had a very tough game last week. That's not going to happen 2 games in a row. It's just not. And, he's been out of focus for a few games as well. And I think A.J. Brown's going to be the difference maker this week. I like the Eagles here, 35-28.
All that trash talking, you got the Eagles winning?
Well, it's you got to be optimistic, Mike. I just think that the Eagles are the better team.
I got, if you could look at my face now, it's a raised eyebrow looking at, Gary, everything that you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, Gary flip-flops like the wind. He's like,
look at him.
This man smelled like a pack of Marlboro cigarettes, 4 shots of Everclear alcohol, and regret.
Peterson saying 35-23. Eagles offense shows up big. Defense redeems themselves. They're done losing. I'm officially worried. All right. I know. I understand the last 2 weeks, the matchups were not favorable and all that stuff, but they just don't look right. They haven't looked right all season.
Uh-oh.
It's been one game this year where they played a complete game against Miami. That's the most complete one game out of 13 that they've played complete game. That is not a Super Bowl winning team. I'm sorry. It's not. And I'm not saying they're not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm just saying like that's not a formula that's going to do it. Can they get right in the next 4 weeks to make the playoffs and be right and churn out a couple wins? I don't know. I am very doubtful.
Wow.
I'm pretty doubtful right now. I think Dallas and San Fran would smack them in the mouth again if they played each other again. Even
if it's in Philly, Dallas?
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
Wow.
I don't think that matters. Right now, as I sit right here, December 16th, looking at this team and the way things, I don't know if they're going to recover. I think the defense has gotten old, and or inexperienced, right? So like the linebacking core is that
spectrum to the other, right?
Right. It's like there's no happy medium in there. Like they
don't have a lot of like the veterans are all old, and then the up and coming players are all a little young.
They're still right in the cheeks. Like they don't know.
You got the Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox. Now Reddick's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, Reddick's still playing
and
high level football
kind of on that other end, and then you have the
Cunningham's been solid for them this year, but like I have no. Kevin Byard's been a disappointment for me.
What a waste.
Blankenship, look,
he leads the team in tackles.
Yeah, is he out this week?
No, he's back.
He's back. He's playing. Okay, yeah. So that helps a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, get back to
Jefferson's playing.
Yeah, he's playing this week. To get back to this game itself, though, man, I don't have the I don't know what I was going to say. I just don't think they're going to score 30 points this week. I don't think they're going to score 4 touchdowns this week. But I think they're still going to win. I think they're going to run the ball and play like they should have been playing all season. Is pound the rock and keep your lousy defense off the field as much as you can and just control the game. Let Jalen make the plays he's put. This is how you got into the playoffs the first year on a Sirianni.
Put the ball in his hands.
I can't
Let him make the plays.
18 minutes before the start of the game.
Cincinnati's like empty.
Completely empty.
But isn't that the truth? Like, that's how they made the playoffs the first year, right? Last year, they did the same thing. They ran the ball when you needed to. And whether it was Hurts or someone else running the ball, they made it work. That's how you won games. That's how this team has won games. That's how they went to the Super Bowl in 2017. You have to run the ball. You have to control the clock and make big plays when they're needed. And stop. I don't know, man. Just 1st and 10, go down, pass. 2nd down and 10, pass. And then 3rd and 13, let's run it. Like, fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like there's been games where they tried to use the run in the first quarter. They weren't getting anywhere, so they abandoned the run.
Mm-hmm.
Like stop. Like use your playmakers. Let your playmakers make plays.
Yeah. But I think they win this 24-17. Or let me adjust it. 24-20. 24-20. I think it's going to be close.
But both defenses give up a lot of points.
Yeah, I know. I just think it's going to be more of a control game where they don't get the opportunity to score a lot.
Okay.
Meaning Seattle's offense. Okay. Yeah, I have less faith in. That's what I was going to say earlier. Less faith. That's the word. I was thinking of George Michael.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. Oh, no, not everybody got a body like you.
Baby!
I got to have
fat.
Polsky said he said pound. But yeah, so we all have them winning.
Yeah, take them to Pound Town.
But I'm just this team hasn't shown me enough in the last few weeks to make me think that they're just going to score 30 and blow this team out. Like I don't know. I don't know. Very, very concerned. All right, we're talking about so fantasy playoffs. Yeah, you want to talk fantasy? Oh, that's right.
No.
Can I get a bump, bump, a bump?
So what do you? Why you don't want to? Why didn't want to talk about it?
Because I got knocked out.
You got knocked.
Yes, exactly.
Now Gary made a valiant effort. This is Gary's first year playing fantasy football, and he made some trades early in the season, and everyone questioned him, including myself. And then he made another trade later in the year, and he got C.J. Stroud and Pacheco.
Yep.
It killed you that Pacheco didn't play last week.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes.
And he made a valiant effort. What? I was the only team to beat you in the last 5 weeks of the year by 1 point, by the way.
Wow.
So I won 2 games in a row by 1 point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, my team's, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I was 0-5, 0-4.
Yeah.
He ended up 7-7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just met. If you would have won last week, you would have made the playoffs. Or if you would have scored more points, which I don't, you wanted to call up to Al, but
well, he said he won, but he needed some other things to break right for him.
yeah, he needed someone else to lose. Yeah. And it didn't work out that way. But yeah, so exciting though, man. The fantasy playoffs for all your fantasy football players out there.
Sean woke up
starts off this
Friday
week.
morning not realizing he made the playoffs in one league and has a quarterback that's injured because his stupid. Well, I don't want to say stupid. That's not right. His partner decided to waste all of his.
He was frivolous with a salary.
All of our fab
dude.
money.
He was like, "Let's go, make it right."
Our fab money
Four
went.
4 weeks into the season, he's like, "And I'm broke."
Yeah, we had no money left. I'm like, dude, you blew all our money. We can't
They
make
needed a defense and a kicker. They're like, "We got so many star players, we don't need it."
Yeah, and then they all got hurt.
And then everybody got hurt.
Yeah,
Nobody...
Kyrie and Williams got hurt. Our quarterback got hurt. We lost the kid. Like, oh my god!
Now you're going to see advertising banners all over the field.
And then the bye weeks came.
Yeah,
like it was horrible. So we're in the playoff. I didn't even know. And Mike goes, "Yeah, Devontae Adams got you so and so in the play." That's not
playoffs.
If you win the playoff game, I'm like, playoff? What are you talking about? Playoff game? He's like, yeah. I said, I know we got like 22 points. I'm like, we didn't make the play. Hey, you guys made the playoffs. I'm like,
they're 6-8.
Yeah, we're 6-8. Made the playoffs.
They got in by like 13 points.
Yeah,
over the other
oh
team.
Lord.
And we're like 50-50 split right now to win the game.
And
Which
no quarterback.
Yeah, and his quarterback already played.
Yeah,
Herbert, who was injured.
Who was injured? We don't have a quarterback. We can't pick up a quarterback. We can trade for. We probably could trade for a quarterback now. In that league, we probably trade for one now and be allowed.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Huh?
How are you going to trade for a player?
Because that league has no trade deadline. It's a mess. That league's an absolute mess. But yeah, in my league, dude. Yeah, I got Jefferson back this week, which is good. I have a bye. Thank God I have a bye this week because my team is not doing so well the last
I
2
actually
weeks.
just switched somebody out. I don't know what you guys think. I picked up Beckham a couple weeks ago.
He's been playing really well right now. Instead of who?
I switched him out for DJ Moore. DJ Moore's got an ankle injury, and he's playing against Cleveland, who's the number 2 pass defense.
Yeah, and
I'll do something.
I'm in another league too. I got DJ Moore as my receiver, and he's probably going to play. But
do you trust him in the playoffs? Do you trust him with an ankle injury against Cleveland?
I don't have any other choice.
Yeah,
I have no other choice. I'm in Curtis Samuel.
I got it's between Moore, Beckham, and Tyler Lockett.
Beckham's been pretty hot lately. He's catching a lot of passes. I go Beckham.
Yeah.
Dave Peterson said Dallas's loss was a wake-up call. Remember, we played the hardest schedule in the NFL. And you know what? I'm going to talk about this right now because I wasn't going to bring this up this week. I'm going to bring up our win-losses from earlier in the season because I was looking at it earlier. And right now, we're all ahead of what we predicted. All right.
You mean the Eagles are doing better than what we predicted?
Yes.
For sure.
Yep.
I mean, the Eagles, at the beginning of the season, the Eagles over-under on wins was 10.5.
10.5. And I've been waiting 2 weeks to cash out.
Yeah, me too.
So they have 3 losses now, right? Yes. Gary had him at 3 losses by week 7. I'm sorry. By week 11. By week 11 against Kansas City. You had him losing against the Jets.
Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Losing. Well, they had Rodgers at the time, too. Dolphins, and then Kansas City. And then losing to Buffalo the next week.
Okay.
I had him losing the 3rd game by week 11. The Rams, Washington, and Kansas City.
Okay.
Mike had Kansas City, Rams, and Washington as well. Ryan had the third loss coming against San Francisco.
So he actually was the longest one to.
Yeah, he had him losing to Dallas and Washington earlier in the year. So from here on out, so we all had 3 losses going into week 12. Well, I'm sorry, except for Ryan. Then you and I, or me and Gary, had him losing
to
Buffalo. And then I had him losing, winning against San Fran. So
I'm sure that I had them their 4th loss against Dallas.
Yes, you did. And Ryan had him win it. He had him splitting, which they did. So let's go from this point on, right? So now at this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 losses. Mike has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Gary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Ryan had 2 losses to this point.
2?
Yep.
Really?
No. 3. I'm sorry, Washington. 3. So right now, Ryan's the most accurate.
Yeah.
So Seattle, we all have him winning. Ryan had him losing, and then we all had him winning out.
Right.
Finished 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, and Ryan at 13-4.
Okay.
So we are all ahead of that right now, which is great. And you know, I don't think any of us said 1 seed. At 5 losses, you're not going to get a 1 seed.
Probably not.
So if you asked us before the season, yeah, we're feeling pretty good. But when you were 10-1 and you that's the thing that kills you.
And it's tough to do that 2 years in a row.
So to go back what Dave was saying, you guys we played the hardest schedule in the NFL, and he's 100% right on that. And like that, I don't know, I'm like a little down on them right now because they haven't. It's not because of the last 2 games. It's because of the previous 11. They just haven't looked that right.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something off about them, and you relied a lot on Jalen Hurts' legs, and at some point, like, and I think that point's now because teams are starting to zone in on that.
Well, I talked about it last.
The
week.
Joey Bosa thing,
the mush rush, contain him, don't let him outside, give him all the time in the world to complete a pass, only rush 4, but and then have a spy on him and just don't let him get outside the pocket. If you're not trying to attack them and you're just keeping the pocket so that it collapses in on them, you got a better chance of stopping them. Now it's up to Hurts to adjust.
Well, it's up to your coordinator to send in the plays to make him adjust.
It's true, and they're trying to do screens thinking that that's going to work, but that may not be it.
Correct.
I think I think
Shane Steichen was better at it.
Well, I think they missed Steichen. I think Steichen
Absolutely.
was a good offensive coordinator. Steichen's a decent coach.
Oh,
I agree.
That was the other thing this week. It was brought up in the broadcast last week about the lack of motion that they use, that the Eagles use, and then a stat came out.
I seen that the week before.
Because people were saying it was Steichen, and then Steichen is like 12th in the league. Eagles are dead last, and since Sirianni has been in the league, they are among the last teams in the league using motion. So, and I wonder if that's another thing that A.J. Brown was kind of alluding to, like, you know, why don't we do something to kind of try to confuse the defense?
For sure.
But it was interesting to see that Steichen left the system here and then started using motion more.
Did he?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, they were like 12th or 13th in the league.
Like do a wide receiver end around or flea flick or do something. Like who cares about the fake punt? It got you nothing. Do something on your offense.
Yeah.
Like do something.
That was a pretty pass, though.
It was.
Man made a nice pass.
But it was for nothing.
Well, in the end, yeah. It didn't even matter.
No.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
They just left hanging around.
In the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the call is against the mush rush.
Guys got to get open. That's what it has to.
I think guys got to get open.
Or do
I think
the quick passes.
You think because the defense can't react if it's.
What about an RPO quick pass? Like,
right.
Do something. Switch it up.
Yeah, the RPO quick pass, or the screens don't work because they're too long to develop. And if they already have 7 guys defending out there and the rush, they're going to read that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get a quick pass out, you could stop that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, the 1, 2, 3,
right? Or
the throwing it out there, or every once in a while, maybe 3 steps back and throw it. 3 steps back and chuck it deep.
Yeah.
All right, let your offense dictate defensive adjustments. Don't let defense dictate offensive adjustments. Like you got to do something. Like enough. Like do it.
You got it.
1, 2, 3 pass.
If
1,
there's
2, 3
no
pass.
adjustment, like again, if there's no adjustments this week, like
they're done.
Yeah,
They're done.
I gotta say,
Then
like,
it's a then they got to, I don't know, I mean, Sirianni can't call plays because we established that. They got it.
He can, but he's terrible at it.
fire Brian Johnson. You can call plays.
Well, I mean, no, I mean he could take over calling plays, but he wasn't very good at it. That's why
But
he gave it to
Hurts
Steichen.
advocated for him to be the coordinator.
Brian Johnson? Yeah, because he was his quarterback coach, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, I mean,
he's known him since he was a kid.
that's all good and well, but you know what?
It
He
ain't
ain't
working.
doing the job.
It ain't working.
I agree.
And you know what? I think that part of it is everybody's young, this and that.
But I listen, I'm sorry, Mike. I don't think it's more the offensive coordinator that should be, focused on about. It's the defensive coordinator. He's terrible. He's terrible. That defense is awful. The
line is not good.
No.
Gannon,
And there's a lot of money invested in that line.
Gannon screwed them. Gannon screwed them with the way that he went about the interview process and not letting them know. They could have very well gotten the guy that's in, was it Jacksonville or Miami or something? There was a coordinator, Fango or like
Vic Fango.
Yeah,
Fangio. Vic Fangio. Yeah.
Fangio.
But when he was here for a consultant, he was already signed with the team he's with, Mike.
They had him lined up that he could have been the defensive coordinator. But Gannon was still here.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
And
right.
Gannon,
Yeah,
Gannon
Fangio was
didn't-
with us. He
Yes.
wasn't signed to anyone else. He was with us
You're
as
right.
And we would
a
have signed him.
consultant. Yeah.
We would have signed him, but by the time he got offered the job and took the job as a coordinator for Miami, and then
You're right.
Gannon left,
Right.
and they were screwed. Where if Gannon handled it more professionally and told us up front, we could have had him.
There was when Gannon left. Apparently, Jeffrey Lurie told Gannon
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
on the way out the door.
His rhubarb.
Polsky said scrambling in the last quarter all the time to pull out a win. Yeah, absolutely. That's been the story of their season. Dave Peterson injury has hit us hard the past 4 weeks. Our all line is hurt. Hurts is not a pocket quarterback. He's trying to be one who can run this year. So his progression is suffering.
He's got to learn to be a pocket
without
quarterback.
a stellar offensive line on
Like
the
they're
field.
right. Like there's been multiple times where he could have just stepped up, and he didn't. He went on the outside. Then these losses ain't on Hurts because he's doing what he has to do as a quarterback. Unfortunately, he's been playing from behind.
But
And
that's the
also,
thing, though.
He's also a quarterback of the team. Like he's got to.
He's now. There's a book on him now. He's got to
Yes.
adjust. I know that it's been 2 years, this and that. Maybe last year he found a way to kind of not have the book because he played out of his mind, but he's got to adjust. He's got to think. He's got to figure it out now. The defense has finally caught up to him.
Right.
Your move. It's the fucking.
He's got to
It's the
adjust to
move,
what he's been exposed.
Move,
Yes.
counter move, counter move. As
It's
a
a chess
leader,
match, yes.
as a established franchise quarterback, it's his move to adjust and figure it out. But he's got to do it this year.
But that's the other thing. Would we be having this conversation right now if instead of those 2 field goals to start off the game are touchdowns, and instead of AJ and Devontae fumbling the ball, they score touchdowns or field goals in that drive? That game's completely different, and we're feeling a lot better at 11-2.
This is why I say that's not on the offensive coordinator. It's more the defensive coordinator that's the problem.
Okay.
Because he has been making if you're not going to win if you're turning the ball over.
I hear you on that. And
You're
fumbles,
dropping passes,
fumbles
you're
are
not gonna
one thing.
win.
Fumbles are fumbles, right? Like
Yes.
that. It just this team has gotten a fumbleitis in bad spots the last 2 seasons.
And their defense is not turning the ball over.
No, they don't get any. Yeah, they don't get any turnovers at all. At all, dude. San Fran and Dallas both punching the ball out as you're going down the field.
But that's what a good defensive player does.
What's his face? Jim Schwartz's defense used to do.
Yes.
Punch the ball out. Punch the ball out. They don't.
Yeah, but you know what? Think about it though. Who's the guys that punch the ball out? your corners and your
Mhm.
linebackers.
Yeah.
Your corners don't tackle very
Your
well.
corners make business decisions.
Right.
They don't want to get hurt.
And
Slay flat out said it.
and your linebackers aren't that good.
Slay said,
Bayard's the only one that's
Yeah, but Byers the only yeah.
Slay flat out said, I'm not risking going into protocol. I am not risking my body for a concussion. I am not going to do it.
Yeah.
Slay is like an
He's a wide receiver playing cornerback.
Yeah.
That's what he is. So, but you know what?
He's
He's still the best one we have.
He's still good.
He's still the best one we have. So
Yeah, I can't hate on Slay.
no. We'll come back to doing picks after While You Were Drunk, but I wanted to bring up the Phillies, and our banner here on the show is Yaman Toa. Thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the Phillies brought in Yamamoto for a meeting, or they went to Japan.
Yes.
To have,
they
a,
went
meet-
to
have a meeting with him, dude.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be incredible. That would be absolutely. And the fact that they went to meet him means that they're interested.
They're interested. Doesn't mean they're going to get them.
He wants to play with more Japanese players, correct? With
Doesn't-
Japanese players on the team.
You figure it out.
I don't know. I mean,
All right,
maybe.
all right.
Yeah. Look, I think we all. I mean, the Yankees made a big signing a couple weeks ago, but like,
Who'd they get?
they got They didn't make a trade.
Oh, I'm sorry. They got Soto.
So
Yes.
yeah, they got the trade for Soto. So like
They did
They-
something
yeah.
else right after that too.
No.
Yeah, they did.
the Braves just got
Oh, the Braves
Matt
got
Carpenter today
I
last
think
night
the
too.
Yankees made 2 moves.
Yeah, the Yankees did make another move. You're
okay.
right. And yeah,
Is
Matt
Carpenter.
Mac-
How old's Carpenter?
It might be like 31 or something. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, Matt Carpenter went from the Padres to the Braves last night. But so like everyone else is making moves, and you haven't really done anything yet this year. He only batted. Oh, he had a bad year last year. He had a hard bat 176, 5 homers,
Wow.
31 RBIs.
Well, they got rid of Phillies got rid of Kimbrel too.
Yeah.
He's oh god, he's 38. I was way off. Samson night. I was way off. 38 years old. All right, so maybe that's not that big of a deal. But still, it's another bat off the bench that you have to kind of be a little afraid of.
All right. We own the Braves.
But yeah, anyway, screw them. Yama, thank you. If they can
Oh no, Godzilla!
if they can somehow get him on this staff,
He's your number 2.
I think logistically he'd be number 2. I think he
That wouldn't happen.
I
Right
think
away,
he's
though,
number
'cause
he's in number 3 though.
Isn't there all kinds of protocols and stuff they got to do to bring a foreign player to here
Well, they got to buy him out.
Yeah, from the
from
Japanese league he's playing in.
Yeah, they don't care about like the losing the players. They're like, well, yeah, we'll give them to you. Just
Fuck you, pay me.
yeah, they're literally like,
Yeah.
like, well, we can't let them go. Nah, we're not going to do that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Here's $10 million. Okay.
Okay.
Right,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. They apparently walked right in, and the first thing they said to him was
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
He said, no, thank you.
"Oh no, oh." He went like this.
$10 million. That's why I speak it.
$10 million, $10 million, $10 million, $10 million, $10 million, $10
Getting a lot
million.
more than $10 million. So I know we're going to get to it, but after we're done talking this, I just got to bring up the Ohtani signing.
Oh, while you were drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, for sure, absolutely. So yeah, I'd be 100% in if they made that move.
That might make they're still going to try and keep Wheeler next year. They're
Yeah,
just trying to
so
sign-
it might make things difficult though.
Right.
So,
but at least you got something.
Yeah, how old is Yamamoto?
Yamamoto.
He's young.
Sounds
He's
like
got to be young.
sounds like a car.
I'm playing against Browning.
Yoshi. We'll just call him Yoshi instead.
Yoshi works.
Doing. Doing.
Gary.
You know, Yoshi on Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
The noise
I
he
like
makes.
Yoshi.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the noise he makes.
When he runs.
Zoink.
Trying to see how old he is. He is
Our show might be called Yoshi today.
he's 25 years old.
He's 25 yen.
Yeah.
25 yen.
We might call our show Yoshi.
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you sign him, I think Wheeler might be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Possibly.
and that's why I wanted to look at his age because I'm like 25-year-old for a 33-year-old, 34-year-old pitcher.
Yeah.
It might be a good trade-off, but interesting. So we'll see how things progress. I imagine there's going to be a move in the next week, whether it's with the Phillies or someone else.
Right.
I think he's going to be. On
What
the
I
way
will
out.
say is if they get him, please, Topper, like let pitchers pitch more than 4 innings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously.
They
Polsky yen.
They extended him too. Topper.
Yeah, Topper's here for what, another 2 years.
Mhm.
So, and then you know what, this is a good segue. Daryl Morey was also extended.
He was
2027. He's extended to 2027.
I think he's done a decent job.
Yeah, Daryl Morey is your GM for the next few years. So
he'll be here as long as Nurse.
But think about it though. I mean, he brought in Nurse. I mean, he turned garbage Simmons into Harden, which at the time seemed like good. I mean, Halliburton would have been better, obviously, in hindsight.
Yeah.
And then he turned Harden into like he won both of those trades.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Oh yeah, dude, the trading Harden.
God, what a catch!
And getting dude, I love Marcus Morris. He was the good, like I think he was the part of that trade that I was all about. Getting someone like Marcus Morris in place of PJ Tucker, you get more of a toughness than what PJ Tucker can get. Tucker can give you, I feel.
Right.
And he has more skills.
Although he may not be one of the guys that's kept the longest.
Yeah, 'cause he's older.
Well, yeah, and he's on an expiring contract.
Yeah, all of them are though. All the players they got for Harden are.
Yeah.
But he's been paying dividends for them right now. And
I want to see Batum. I want to see them keep Batum.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batum's been pretty good.
Yeah, I think he might be the one. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Like
you have to trade or
Yeah, I think he's the one who definitely doesn't last here. But overall, and I know Gary loves talking Sixers. They're playing good ball right now. Embiid is playing lights out.
Didn't he just do something? He broke a record about something.
Yeah, he broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for 30 and 10.
Yep.
Most consecutive 30. He has sat the fourth quarter in 7 of the 20 games. They've been in blowouts 7 of the 20 games. So he sat the quarter. And the funny thing is I do enjoy Kyle Newbeck. I shouldn't promote his show because he ignored my email, and I'd love to have him on our show.
Yeah.
And
Newbeck.
But
hello, Newbeck.
He one of his things was he's like, I love it when in the middle of the third quarter, Embiid realizes they're up big and he's going to sit the fourth quarter, and he goes into full gunner mode.
Just to jack up this. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I laugh every time, and you could totally see Embiid doing it because you know that Embiid doesn't care about MVPs, but yet he's going to totally jack up and try and score as many points as he can, knowing that he's not playing the rest of the game.
I just get the numbers, I just get the numbers. For this. I don't care about MVP, but I'm going to cry when I get the award.
Yeah.
Until he breaks it now in the postseason.
He's having a better season by the numbers than he did last year when he won MVP.
Yeah, I mean he's
number's up. Everything's up.
Everything. His assists are like they're running the offense through him instead of through Harden.
Yep.
They're legit running it through him, saying, "Hey, he's bringing the ball up sometimes."
I know we teased and half serious, half not, about not watching him this year and all that stuff. But the truth of the matter was, when they got Nick Nurse, I was excited. I was happy to get Nick Nurse. I thought he was a great addition to his coaching staff, to this team, to the in-game X's and O's aspect of their game. I thought Nick Nurse was the perfect guy.
Yeah.
He actually makes adjustments that make sense, as opposed to putting in guys that shouldn't be in a spot in certain parts of the game because you feel like he's the right guy. I'm looking at you, Doc Rivers. And I don't really care if the players like him.
He's a treasure.
I don't really care. And they do.
And they do. Yeah.
They do like Nick Nurse, but that part of it doesn't matter to me. I just want wins. And again, if Chip Kelly would have won a Super Bowl here, right? Like, you'd be like, that guy's a dick. Bill Belichick. People don't like Bill Belichick. He's a dick. But guess what? He wins. So therefore, no one cares. I don't care if the players like Nick Nurse or not.
Polsky said need Ryan Sheep for that impression.
I'm not here. I'm Christmas shopping for the 5th week in a row. I gotta work. I'm going to the mall again, the same mall we walked in the last 3 weeks, and they still have the same stores.
There's only one sheet on the podcast.
There's only one. I gotta buy her a gift while she's in another store. I'm looking for an assist. Nah, we love you, Ryan. Fucking pussy. Remember that mate he got the one? I was like, "You're part time." I'm not a part time. He's like, "Yeah, I am."
Don't question my fandom.
By the way, we are doing a show next Friday. Oh shit, you guys. We are doing a podcast next Friday. And then, December 29th.
Yes.
Is the year in review show, which is,
oh my God.
Yeah. It's literally an hour and a half of straight laughter. So
your cheeks, I guarantee, if you listen, your cheeks will hurt.
Both sets. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. You're right, Mike. So just to put it in perspective, I've said to these guys, I did the first half of the clips in the summer, and I was laughing so hard, and I was like, I'm only halfway through, and this is so much better than last year's.
Wow.
And I'm almost into October of clips for the second half. So, and it's good. There's one I can't wait to play back again. Like one of the first half ones. If so unexpected, I forgot all about it, and it was so subtle. I laughed so hard. I had tears come in my eyes. I'm like, how did this not get replayed over and over again? But anyway, so I'm super excited.
Which one was it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
That's not fair. You heard it. Why can't we know?
Yeah,
I'd rather be surprised.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you.
Dude, you're the kid that got up on Christmas and opened up all the presents.
They were already open before Christmas.
Polsky said he's going to be here.
Stuck it.
Polsky's coming in hand.
Nice. All right.
So.
Jay's supposed to come that night
Yeah,
too.
come on, Jay.
Yeah, if he's not dying of COVID.
Oh,
whatever he's got.
Oh, he's sick?
Yeah, Jay's been
man.
sick, yeah. All right. Sixers playing really good. Embiid's out of his mind right now. It's awesome to see. It's great stuff, man.
I mean, his assists are up. He's starting to react a lot quicker, which is what part of the problem that I've seen in the Boston series is that he just waits for the teams to adjust to him and then doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
If he can get the ball and make a decision quicker, he's bringing the ball up sometimes. Like all the players are bringing the ball up. Oubre's been really good.
Yeah. After he got hit by the car, he's been awesome.
No, before he got hit. And then after, too.
No, that's what I mean. Like after, he was playing really good ball before he got hit.
Yeah.
Now he's playing. He's like the bionic man now.
Yeah.
Made out of like T-bone, steak bones, and all kinds of.
Hear tires screeching,
yeah,
glass breaking.
Yeah, when he comes out and they do an announcement, they should do the Stone Cold. Kelly Oubre comes out.
Jesus.
Oubre 316.
Dude,
and the glass shatter. Dude, that's a shirt.
There it is.
Oubre Jr. 316.
See, Carl smashed up.
Yeah. Either that or I think it's something.
RoboCop.
How about a side by side Paul Walker and Kelly Oubre, one of them survived, and make that a shirt.
That's great.
Yeah, I thought so.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah. It probably won't sell, but
yeah.
As Gloria Gaynor says, I will survive.
Oh my God. I told you about Paul Walker on Xbox, right? He won't get off my dashboard. And then the Flyers, the Philadelphia Flyers.
Segueing into the Flyers.
And the Flyers are going on the Pico Power Play.
They're in second place, man.
Really good hockey.
Yes.
All of our teams, like except for the Eagles. Oh, I think it was Kyle from Browntown Barbecue posted a meme. It said, "The Flyers are good again. What did it cost the Eagles?"
Yeah.
And it was Thanos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Flyers, Sixers, and Grant Eagles still is 10-3. Like everyone's sports are good right now in Philly, man. Like
it's a good time to be a Phillies.
dude. Think about it. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
All of our team, the Phillies, were 1 game away from, going back again. Like, but again, but it could be the opposite, where we're not even sniffing the playoffs, and we're looking at
and we're not even talking about it.
Yeah, we're just this sucks.
They're irrelevant. Yeah.
Yeah, like, who's our next coach? Because we got to fire this guy. And, remember when we started the show?
Remember Alex? Remember Ghostbusters? Oh, I
remember.
The players are definitely responding to Tortorella.
It's good.
The other night, he was being interviewed. It was a tough game, and I think they lost that game. And he said, the one thing I can tell you is this team has balls.
And he said that's what's going to bring people back, and he's right.
And now he said that's what's going to play.
The young kids are playing. Yeah. Forrester's playing really well.
This is the latest into the year that they've been relevant since the COVID year, which was kind of when it shut down.
Which, by the way,
they're in second place.
Which, by the way, they were right in the thick of things, and then they became the 1 seed in the tournament to win to go for the cup, and got embarrassed by the Islanders, who were incredible that year.
Right.
Speed.
So
yeah, I mean that coach was good too. It was
Vigneault.
Vigneault. Yeah, Vigneault was decent.
Yep.
It was just a weird, tough.
Did
season.
Hackett come on after Vigneault? He was after Vigneault.
Yeah,
right?
you guys are. Yeah, it was Hackett. It wasn't Hackett. What the hell is it? Hackstall?
Yeah.
Hackstall was the coach then in 2020. Yeah.
No, but it was Vigneault.
Vigneault was before that.
Vigneault was the COVID season. He was.
Hackstall was before Vigneault.
He might have been before, but
was he?
Yeah.
I think you guys are opposite.
Well, I don't know. I just know
Hackstall was before.
All I know is that Vigneault
before.
Was. I know
Vigneault was fired 6 games into the season.
The
1 year they had an interim, then they hired Hackstall. Right? Am I wrong on that?
You could be. Yeah. So he was Hackstall hired in 2021?
No. I'm talking before that. No, Tortorella was hired after Hackstall was fired.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Vigneault was before that. Hackstall was during 2020, and then Hackstall got fired.
But Vigneault coached the COVID.
No, that was Hackstall. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Hackstall was the coach in 2020.
I can guarantee.
That COVID tournament, that was Vigneault.
Vigneault was the COVID tournament.
Sure.
I'm positive. I remember reading an article about the fact that Vigneault and the Islanders coach, who was good, said
Hackstall was 2016 to 2019.
Oh, shit.
Scott Gordon, 2019 to 2019. Lane Vigneault, 2020 to 2022. Right.
He was only here for 2 years?
Yeah. And it was Mike
Jesus.
Yao. Mike Yao was the interim.
He was only here for 2 years.
Vigneault was really good the first year, was terrible the next year, and then 6 years into the next season, they let him go.
Oh, my God.
Because I remember reading an article about before the Islanders series that, Vigneault has a coaching advantage over everybody.
Well,
over most everybody except for the Islanders coach.
Everything I just said.
We'll all be a shit-covered dick.
Such a great.
Sorry. That was my bad. Dude, I Wow.
Oh, it's a rare occasion when you're wrong, Sean.
No, but I could have. I that Vigneault thing seems so long ago. I thought he was before Hacksaw for some stupid reason. That was a bad era of hockey. I mean, that whole run there was just
And
really
the
bad.
COVID didn't help.
No. Is that Jefferson? Yep. That dude's he's a monster.
You have the bye, so you're not gonna play this week.
But I want him to play well, so
he's ready for next week.
Yeah. I got to coach him up. You know what I mean?
Look, as long as Minnesota has the ball, Browning can't.
I was going to bench him this week and just let him rest this week. You know what I mean? Get some rest.
I hear you.
Dude, I swear to God, this is the one dude in our league sat all his guys, right, going in. I'm like, why is he benching? Like, what's he doing? We're getting ready to play him, and then he switched it back, and he wrote us. I want you to think you had a chance. So I'm like,
it's prediction.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, what are you doing?
Like you're gonna start like you're gonna. Play
I'm not gonna play Jefferson because he's not like.
That makes absolutely no sense.
This is the same guy who drafts 3 quarterbacks in the first 3 rounds of the league. So
hey Chris.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right.
I love Chris. He's crazy, but
yeah, he's a strange bird. Strange bird. Speaking of a bird, I got a thing of it.
Speaking of fantasy, I'm loving the way that this is going right now.
Oh yeah, 3-0. Absolutely. Speaking of a bird, I got a clip of a duck.
A bird.
Stop. Stop fucking around, cunt.
Okay, keep doing it.
I haven't done that in a while. I haven't. I got this one still.
Say hi to your new partner, Triceracop.
What the hell?
This is the one.
Stop. Okay, keep doing it. Yeah.
All right, while you're drunk, let's do it.
I am not drunk, man. You're trying to make me drunk.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Trying to
Do you
make me
think a
drunk.
six-pack is acceptable?
While you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
You know, the funny thing is, like, we have these stupid intros, right? Which are they're classic. But I'm so used to hearing it, you don't really take it into context. Like,
yes,
I'm not drunk, man, trying to make me drunk. That was from a real police stop.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And I like when I put that clip together,
like
when I put that together and I put all the clips together, that last one obviously is a guy takes the tush. Loving cats.
Yeah.
No, loving kids. No, that's Sean William Scott from Road Trip when he's getting a prostate exam. He's leaning against the yeah.
I forgot about that.
So when you that's the thing, when you forget about all the context of what these clips come from, it makes it even better. But
you're the only one that knows the context of most of them anyway.
Yeah,
I remember most of the stuff.
No, you don't remember. You don't remember Road Trip? Road Trip's a good movie. All right, so this first story, I'm gonna save this first story for next.
He's gonna sit there and go through clips for drunk weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
So the first story,
disappointing his wife.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna save.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs now.
The first story, I'm gonna save it till next week because I can't.
Okay.
And it's not a time critical thing.
All right.
But it has to do with conjoined twins. So that's a teaser for next week.
Oh, great.
Otani goes to the LA Dodgers, 10 years, $700 million. $700 million, the biggest contract signed in North American sports history.
Everybody was talking about him getting $500 million, thinking that was going to be.
Yeah, well, they were.
But he's deferring it.
That's what I want to talk
whole
about.
Thing, my God.
That's what I want to talk about. I mean, we'll get to that, but $70 million a year. That's wild.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But what did he do? So he's deferring it to make $2 million?
Right.
For the first
10 years of the contract.
Well, it's only a 10-year contract.
Well, then it's to the end of the contract because he wants the money.
First 7 years. For the first 7 years, yeah.
Because he wants to worry about his future at the end of his career.
Right.
But if he's doing that, he may never see that money.
Eckhart, think about the future.
See the money.
Like it's deferred. Like they're going to save all that money all that time for him.
Well,
they have to. They have
like,
to. There's no choice.
It's a guaranteed contract.
Bobby Bonilla, man. It's the same deal. Like
this isn't a situation where like he can't, like they can cut him. Like he gets
that's
paid.
money. That money is his, no matter what.
But it's interesting that he's getting $2 million. Like he can't buy it. He can't buy like a $5 million house right now.
No,
right?
Because his income to debt ratio is too low.
I don't think he cares.
What is he doing?
He said it's not about the money right now.
He
just
wants to build
play,
the team. He wants to
play
win.
and win.
Right. Okay, I understand that, but what is he like? I guess he doesn't need the money right now. I don't know what he's saving it for, but so the last 3 years of the contract are divvied up at like 100 and some million a year.
No, so
200 and some million a year.
so they did an extension. If I read this correctly, they did an extension where he's going to get paid until like 2045 or something.
Oh,
It's the Bobby Bonilla deal.
So they signed him through 2045
practically, but like
it's a 10-year contract where he stops playing in 10 years, but he's okay.
Which I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I mean, if he still keeps playing, I'm sure if he's probably getting the year 6 of that deal and he's still playing at a high peak, high level, they're going to go, all right, let's work this out. Maybe they work out something where like, hey, dude, you're done in 2 years according to this contract. We want to keep because you're still playing at a high level.
We'll forward you some of this money.
Yeah, let's work something out and extend you another couple of years and defer less. But whatever, that's
a Dodgers problem.
But I got to tell you, that's a brilliant move by both parties.
I understand, but eventually the Dodgers are going to have to pay the piper.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Like that's great for the next.
They're
5 years,
avoiding the luxury tax now.
but they are going to. They have to get hammered with this at some point.
Oh, they're going to get killed with that. Absolutely, they're going to get crushed with that deal when it comes time. Although if he retires,
that don't count as part of their
right.
Does. No, it does.
Does it?
It has
it's a luxury
to.
tax.
It has to. There's no way that you could scapegoat the luxury tax. There's no way that you could have it. Oh well, he retired, so that money doesn't count on the books.
I don't know.
And LA is one of the highest
because a lot of
highest states for that type of tax anyway. When it comes to professional ball players,
yeah,
Los Angeles is one of the biggest ones.
It's California, yeah.
California,
the state of Los Angeles.
Oh, the state of California. You know what the fuck I meant?
It's a big fucking state.
Yeah, city of chip bags.
City angles.
No, so there's
city of angles.
There's no way that they can get out of that, and at some point they're going to get they're gonna have to get hammered on the taxes, and that's
they're gonna get hammered.
I just so anyway, while this is going on, I got my headphones on.
Tight, yeah. Need a toothbrush to get it in.
He went like this. It took his headphones off.
Mike, this was one we missed. No, I'm not. Al Michaels, we missed this one.
Need a toothbrush to get it in.
We missed that one on that game a couple weeks ago. You're right. Yeah.
Again, is it Al Michaels? Nah, I think
that's something. Oh, he got
nah,
fired
I don't
or
think
something, did he?
No, he didn't get fired. They're like,
they're not extending him.
Buddy, you're old. We appreciate everything you did for us. You're not doing playoff games, but hey, look, you're a great guy, and like we're still gonna pay you and everything. And he's like, but I want to do. Look. No, we appreciate you. There's nothing to play. But look,
hang
like
it up.
yeah.
Gotta hang it up.
Yeah. All right. This one kind of hits close to home. It's weird. Frank Wycheck died at the age of 52 last week.
He fell and hit his head or something.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
So he had I talked to my uncle. So my uncle played ball with him.
Right.
Guy.
Yeah,
he lived right at like
right
I could
down the street.
I could almost hit his house with a football.
Oh no shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, growing up, like his house that his parents lived in. Yeah.
Obviously, Frank Wycheck was the big component of the Titans making the Super Bowl in '99.
Miracle, the
Music City Miracle,
Music City Miracle, yeah.
where he threw it across the field on the
Was it a forward pass?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so moving on.
But fell, hit his head, and died. And talking to my uncle, he said that he did have CTE,
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah.
remember reading articles about that.
So that probably has something to do with it, but yeah, that's a shame. 52, man. 52 years old, falling, hitting your head, and dying.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to bring up
That's
the
the same age
CTE
as
part.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, so Frank Wycheck, Our Lady of Calvary alum, apparently
Archbishop Ryan.
his numbers hung up in the
banner,
rafters.
yeah.
So anyone in Philly, Northeast Philly especially, knows Frank Wycheck, and yeah, man, that's a shame. Another death to report this week. Jay said, showing your father-in-law is going to call you an Uber if he hears that soundboard out loud.
Luckily, he can't.
George McGinnis also passed away this week. 72, I think. I might get the year wrong, his age wrong. Hall of Famer, Pacers, Sixers, NBA champion. Just a really good dude too, man. George McGinnis, a really good basketball guy, high basketball IQ.
Yeah,
good player. He passed away this week too. Apparently, he was doing a keg stand and fell and hit his head, and he died. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know how he died. And I actually haven't.
Gary's not even paying attention.
And I have another death too.
Keg stand.
Andre Brawler.
Yes.
The actor from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and
Homicide. Life
and
on the Street.
Homicide. Yeah, dude. First of all, two completely different roles.
Yes.
One's a dead serious drama. The other one's
that was a great show, man.
They were both good shows. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was a great show.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I never got a chance to watch it, but that's a show that I would have loved.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
It's
like even it kind of.
It's a different kind of humor.
What's that idiot?
Adam Sandberg.
Yeah, you're right. Adam Sandberg. He's not like my go-to, but like he was really good in that show. And the deadpan of the one comedian, the girl, the long-haired, kind of hook nose.
I don't remember her name.
You know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
She is funny as hell. Like, they were all, and the Puerto Rican girl, all serious, smoking too. By the way.
Absolutely.
That's a really good show.
She's a hot tamale.
Yeah. But he hot. But yeah, he passed away this week as well. Yeah, it's rough week there. Also a rough week for coaches. So we talked about the Flyers and how Dave Haxtell was after Alan Vano, and I still stand by that. No, just kidding. Early in the 2000s or mid 2000s and teens or whatever you wanted to say, Craig Berube was a Flyers coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got canned by the Blues.
After winning the championship.
Yeah, he won the Stanley Cup a couple years ago. And he's gone. Fired by the Blues. They had like a 1-9 stretch or something. Like a rough, Fired. Gone. So Craig Berube, one of the
go Chief something else.
See a Chief. Yeah, like
see
a Chief.
Go chill on some red man.
Also, Brandon Staley. I can't imagine why he was fired by the Chargers.
Did you hear? All right, so did you hear this? Brandon Staley says after they lose 63 to something
on Thursday Night Football, it was 42-0 at halftime. It's the fourth greatest deficit in NFL history at halftime.
He said, well, all great coaches go through, a tough game like this. And then the Chargers stand behind them. And then, the next day.
Yeah, he's like, these things happen. These games happen. That's what he said. These games happen. Sure do. And who else? And the GM got fired, too.
Yeah. Well, you know what? These things do happen, but they happen a lot to you. To the point where you suck.
They were like,
I say, that's enough.
That's exactly what they said. Man, I can't believe he lasted as long as he did.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
He was terrible.
Yeah, he was bad.
Maybe they'll hire Brian Johnson.
This is the first show in 6 months that Gary's going to last the whole show.
This is true.
Yeah,
it's true.
What do you mean? I'm not here the whole show. I might not be behind the mic, but I'm here.
It's true.
Usually you're gone.
I got
No,
news for you.
most
pal.
of the
You
time
ain't
you're
leaving
not
but
going.
two
And
things
most
right
of the
now.
time you have half
Jack
a beer
and
left,
shit.
and you're like, I
Jack
never
left
leave
town.
dead soldiers.
Yeah.
You leave dead soldiers every
Oh, you leave
time.
soldiers all that all yeah. All
And then you sneak away and be like, all right, guys, I gotta go. My Uber's here.
Now you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck. You know that?
That's great.
Yeah, dude. He had his run of who got hurt there.
I don't know, 38, but he's not.
I don't know who he is. Cornerback, I think.
He doesn't have the thumbs up or anything. He's
yeah. So again, like I said, it could be the opposite for us. All of our teams are making the playoffs. All of our teams have a shot.
well. I mean, the Flyers.
Well, they're playing well.
They're-
You're right.
they're
I'm
in the
sorry.
playoff
I'm
hunt.
sorry. You're right. But they're playing. Everyone's playing well. We could be the Chicago Bears. We could be the Chargers.
we could be Chicago.
We
Bears,
could be Chicago
the
in general.
Bulls.
Yeah.
Who's
The Blackhawks just got Bedard. They're a little happy, but they're not a
Yeah,
cup
they're-
contender right now. But
well, that's not very good though.
Oh, I got stuff to build on.
White Sox and Cubs. None of those 5 teams are very good.
no, you're right. Yeah, we could be a Chicago podcast, but we're not because we're the number 1 independently owned sports podcast in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Cheers! Oh, yeah. Screwdrivers are hitting me good. Good stuff. That's fucking my vodka. Fucking that much vodka. Tonight's gonna be awesome.
What you got going on?
Nothing.
Just keep going.
Yeah,
Play some fucking video games and shit.
watch football.
Do some edibles.
Watch football.
Play
You
some
gonna watch?
poker.
You gonna watch football or?
Oh yeah, I watch. No, I'm in the playoff. I'm in the playoffs on
So you
TV.
gonna watch football or you gonna play video games?
No, I'll watch. Maybe I'll do split screen. See if I can work something out on that TV.
You're gonna be able to split screen football and
Maybe not.
video games.
Maybe not. I don't have
Who
100.
does that?
I don't have 100-inch TV like Gary does, but I should add another TV down here and just like a video game TV and like a sport. Like, I'll figure something out.
Jesus. All right. Well, moving on.
Talk about when I'm sober. Max, dude, I missed the Saturday afternoon shows. Kind of,
Could you actually start getting buzzed?
but it actually feels like it's Friday night. Like it feels like it's 10:30 on a Friday night right now.
Go outside in the sun for a little bit.
Yeah. And then the summer.
Not me. I got a full day ahead of me.
Yeah, I got a bunch of shit to do.
Yeah, I'm only
I got to meet Elmo and
Oh,
yeah. Stick your finger in my ass. Elmo say why?
tickle me here.
Oh, not there, you bad boy. Max Scherzer is out until the summer. He got back surgery. So, let's win the World Series and then my back hurts. I'm out.
my back. It's broke.
It's broke. Sounds like someone else I know.
It's spinal.
It's spinal.
Spinal. And then finally, the last Why You're Drunk story. I had a lot this week. That's why I kind of wanted to jump on it. And I figured this one might.
Apache, jump on it. Jump on.
I figured this one might spark some conversation. Draymond Green suspended indefinitely from the NBA. Dude, that guy is
Well, he's an idiot.
out of his mind.
Just an idiot.
So, do you think it's warranted?
Isn't he the one that did something with a gun last year?
No, it's John Morant.
That's John Morant. Draymond Green punched some. Let's just go back. He punched LeBron in the balls.
He knocked out his own teammate.
He knocked out his own teammate, Jordan Poole. He stepped on what's his face? His chest. Sabonis' chest. Then this week,
Put somebody in a headlock. No, before that,
he put Rudy Gobert in a headlock.
This year, like 3 weeks ago.
And then was getting guarded and just getting guarded and trying to gain position and turn around and slugged.
Yeah, kind of like the
Nutric.
guy like grabbed his arm or something and he swung around and then like clocked the guy.
Dude, he clocked him right in the face.
I mean, if he's going to act like that, then yeah, he needs to be suspended.
I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm not just jumping on the guy because he's down. I'm not kicking. I've never liked him. I always
He's
thought
always been this type of guy.
he's like he's the Dennis Rodman you order from Wish. Like Rodman, was a fantastic rebounder.
Draymond Green's a good player.
He can shoot. Like Draymond Green can shoot.
Draymond Green was a triple-double.
Triple double.
Draymond Green had assists.
Yeah, I mean,
scoring and
yeah.
actually, he was a double-double, and he had like 6 points.
So maybe Dennis Rodman was the wish version of Draymond Green then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just picking. I just never liked him. I just
That
never
don't
liked
give him the right to be slugging and knocking people
Dude,
out.
it's not a basketball. Like you're
No, I
playing. There's no reason to do that in a basketball
that's
game.
ridiculous.
Draymond Green was a valuable player when they were winning championships. He was a huge part of them
He's a
winning
big part
championships.
of the big three. Absolutely.
But he's always been like right on the toe in the line, and when things started going bad, he went the other way.
Dude, even
when
his-
he couldn't be reined in.
Even Steve Kerr, his coach, is like, yeah, we support the NBA's decision. He needs to get help. That's telling.
Right.
That's
So
telling.
if you're at work and your coworkers do something you don't like, if you slug them, you're going to jail.
Or
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to get locked up.
Right.
Not him though.
Right. And he's done it more than once.
Yeah, he got suspended. He got to come. He got to come back the next year.
Yeah.
Right. He should have been suspended for the year, and now he is. Now,
Is it for the year,
I
you
don't know.
think?
He's indefinitely.
Yeah.
He's going to get his counseling and all. It ain't going to make a difference. There's something not right with the guy. He's not wired right.
Yeah. I believe that.
Run of the mill.
Typical.
Stop. No. Stop.
I'm kidding. No, it's not. That's just bad. It's just really, really bad, dude. He just, I don't know, man. There's a certain players that can when things get tough, things get difficult, and you can't handle it. And the Warriors are not playing well right now.
If they're playing well, he doesn't do it.
Right.
But it's not the first time.
But when
That's what I'm
when your
saying.
back is against the wall, you get frustrated and you decide to throw fists.
Right.
And by the way, all those moves, everything we just talked about, punk ass bitch moves. All of them.
Yeah.
It's never to someone's face, it's behind their back.
Right.
Which is funny because he acts like a tough guy, though.
Oh yeah. The guy's on the ground, let me stomp on your chest. LeBron James was from behind,
He's a
by the way.
bitch.
From behind. LeBron James wasn't facing him. He took his arm between his legs and hit
punches
him in
him.
the groin. Went up with his
Swinging-
arm. Yeah,
grabbing somebody
he's
from
complete
behind and
bitch.
choking.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert from behind. Put him in a freaking
And then
hacksaw Jim Duggan.
This one, he's getting swung around, and all of a sudden, as he's swinging, as he's like, and he's swinging around, and he clocks the guy. Now, did the guy flop, you think?
Newkirch, am I saying his name right?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So, by the way, that dude's one of the heaviest players in the NBA. So
Right.
yeah, he flopped. But think about it. You're in game. The last thing you expect is to get punched in the face.
Right.
He gets punched in the face. He's like, you know what? Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So I had an argument with a guy.
I mean, he didn't square the dude up and like clock him. I mean,
No,
it was
he
open
turned
fist
around
or close,
and
like yeah, it
like
was
that.
like
He knew. So I had
But
an
he
argument with a
knew,
guy
yeah,
where,
I mean,
he
it's-
didn't know he was behind him. I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't care.
He's one of the biggest guys in the league. He fell like that. I said, I don't care if you fell like
Somebody
that.
should have lit him up.
Yeah, I said, that is not a basketball play. And he started arguing with me. That is not a he was trying to get position. I said, punching someone in the face is not trying to get position. Have
Nobody
your arm
flails
locked,
like that,
your
yeah.
arm locked and trying to do that, that's one thing. Swinging around and swinging a closed fist at someone and hitting square in the jaw is not a basketball
There's a
play.
history of him doing it.
Now look,
yeah. I mean, that's the
he's-
thing. If it's
right.
a player that you give the benefit of the doubt to,
Right. There's a history.
yeah, this dude doesn't get the benefit of the doubt.
if he goes up for a rebound and
That's
goes
different.
back and swing, okay,
different.
he might get called for a flagrant one, and whatever. He's not getting suspended.
It's incidental contact.
right. That was not
I
incidental.
don't
That
think
was
it was incidental.
It was
You know what?
intentional.
Again, you have to take into account the type of player that he is.
Good picks too.
He's a
You have
tool.
to the dude has a bad reputation for doing
Mhm.
stuff
Yeah.
like this. So he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. He
No.
did it on purpose.
Right.
100%.
Like Tyrese Maxey does it. You're like, maybe he did it on accident.
Right.
Like
you don't say, yeah.
Draymond Green, nah, that dude did it on purpose.
100%. All right, you guys ready to do picks?
Let's do it.
All right.
Sean
do it.
thought he was first in the league and then he got duped.
Yeah, dude. So I had I didn't have a great week last week, but I
But considering how
I
bad
gained.
it was,
Last week was pretty big because there was a lot of upsets. But I gained I was 2 games up on the leader in our pick'em, and then all of a sudden I look. Mike's like, "Yo, you're in second." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm in first." No, you're in second. It must have taken like a day or two, and then they drop the lowest score. Your worst week gets dropped, and then it recalculated. So I'm down by one game now because I won Thursday night. So
yeah, you won the Thursday night game. Yeah,
I am on this season.
99.9 percentile.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome, man. I'm 141 and 68, and I rank 518th in the world in my picks. All right, here we go.
Which is that's solid.
Yeah, it's
out of like
good.
5 million people or something. Yeah, it's
I'll
like
take
top
it.
1% or top 100.
I'm 99.9% tile.
So I got Cincy in this game.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati 2. They're down 7-3 right now. What do you got?
I think Cincinnati.
By the time this podcast airs, none of this is going to matter. Steelers, Colts in Indy.
It's a tough one. Both backup quarterbacks. I'm going with the home team.
Me too.
Indy.
Just because they're home. If it was in Pittsburgh, I'd take Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Team.
good game though. Denver, Detroit. And actually, by the way, the Pittsburgh Indianapolis game is big too.
Yeah,
that's big for
that's big
playoffs.
playoff
Yeah, that's going to drop somebody out of the playoff spot. Detroit and Denver in Detroit.
I like Denver here.
Do you?
I do.
I can see that Denver's playing well. Again, home team Detroit.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree. I think you're. Oh,
I gotta switch some of these up because I gotta catch about 25 games.
I
on
apologize.
Sean.
I was wondering why I was so loud. My level's higher than this. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just dropped it down a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's only been 2 hours. Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm going to go Detroit. All right, so we got the Bears taking on the Browns.
That's easy.
The Browns.
Yep. Is it easy though?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
Joe
Browns are really good.
Flacco's going to. Yeah. Joe Flacco's playing.
Wow, that was almost a long touchdown.
Joe Flacco's playing good football. Atlanta, Carolina, in Carolina.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Carolina stinks.
Yep.
Carolina's the worst team in football.
Much like that fart I just left.
Oh,
It's a warm one. You know when it's warm when it comes out? And you're like, uh-oh.
Yep.
yeah, it's not a fart.
It's going to be like
You
a,
shit yourself.
maybe. It's like warm turtle water.
Sean's not used to drinking screwdrivers.
Swamp ass.
Tampa Bay in Lambeau taking on the Packers.
That's Green Bay.
I've been back and forth on this one.
I hear you. Again, home team.
Yeah, I got to go home team here as well. I think Baker Mayfield's playing really well right now. I think Mike Evans is playing really well right now.
Yes. Jordan Love's playing pretty decent too.
They lost to the fucking Giants last week.
Yeah, and it was Monday night.
I might switch this.
All right.
Damn.
Look, I'm not going to argue with someone that's not.
You know what? Nah. You know what?
percentile.
Nah. You know what?
That's
You know what?
hard.
Nah. You know what? Tampa Bay's going to Lambeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Cold.
gonna stick with it. You know what? Just go with your first instinct, right? Always go with your first instinct. I'm gonna stick with Green Bay. Yeah. All right, we got Tennessee at home taking on Houston. No CJ Stroud.
Who's their backup?
Hunt Jones. I don't know.
Stroud is a lot of their offense, so.
I'll look it up in a second. I'll look up the quarterback. This might be one of the tougher games.
That's a tough one
of the week to call because
I'm actually switching it. I'm switching it. I'm switching it right now.
Because of Stroud. Their back.
Houston's terrible without Stroud.
Their backup is Davis Mills.
Yeah, I'll go Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee. I've gone Tennessee all week.
Yeah, without Stroud, that's like they're missing some of the receivers and stuff too.
Yeah, 61% is going with the Texans on this game.
Yeah,
because I don't think they
in Tennessee too. Nobody's paying attention.
Now look, I think Mike Vrabel, Dave Peterson's taking Tampa Bay. He's taking Houston. He's taking Atlanta. Oh man, he's against some of my picks. Yeah.
Vrabel, you had him as your first coach fired.
Yeah.
You still feel he's going to get fired?
I do. I know they're 5-8. If they lose this game, they go 5-9, and he's not going to get fired in season at this point. I do think Vrabel's gone.
If it is, it would be that Black Friday coaching or Black's Monday coaching.
Yeah, I think he'll be gone. And we'll talk about another firing in a second.
I'll tell you what, if Vrabel's available for an offensive or defensive coordinator,
I would take him as defense coordinator.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Jets, Dolphins in Miami.
Dolphins.
Yeah, it's the Dolphins. That's easy.
Especially after a bad loss. 95% picked.
Yeah.
Dolphins. Giants, Saints.
Saints.
Yep. Kansas City goes to New England.
Kansas City.
Kansas City's what? Lost 3 in a row. A horrible loss where Mahomes is throwing his stuff around.
Yeah.
Taking on the 3-10 Patriots.
Hold on. Pause. Taking Kansas City. Pause. This dude talks about a penalty ruining the chance to win a game when that Bradbury phantom call, I'm going to say it's phantom.
It didn't affect the play.
Ticky-tack call.
The Bradbury catch to grab his jersey. Yes. Did it impact the play? No.
Right. So
No.
for Mahomes in a regular season game to throw a fit over not getting a call for the first time in his life, lost a little respect for him.
The way he acted. Did you hear him after with Josh Allen? He went to shake hands with Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a good game. He goes, fucking terrible call. Fucking terrible call. I never seen a call that in my life. And Josh Allen's like, all right, man. Like walked away and it was like, what the hell? You know, like he was like, what the hell was that? So he apologized to Josh Allen and said that's not his fault. Well, no, it's not his fault, and it's not the ref's fault either because they made the right call.
They did.
That was the most obvious offensive offsides call you can see. He was almost past the ball.
Right.
To Darius Toney.
The thing is that like they're like, hey, look at this play where Tyreek Hill was principal. All right, they didn't catch it on that play. It's football. It's the ref. It's human error. Nobody was out to get Kansas City.
And they didn't wait. They didn't wait. That's the other thing. And I'm not, look, I don't want to go back to the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is what it is. The Eagles had plenty of chances to win that game.
They didn't wait to throw that flag until
that flag was late. The flag last week was immediate. As soon as that ball was snapped, that flag went up. And they said, oh, a flag on the play. And then Kelsey caught the ball, pitched it back, and scored a touchdown. I was like, oh, it's either holding or something.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be against the offense. I didn't think it was going to offsides. It was going to be like a legal shift or something.
Right, because you don't usually see offsides against the because usually it's the play's dead before it starts.
Because they encroach or whatever,
right?
To get impeded, to the quarterback.
Usually a false start is
linebackers.
Usually a false start is when somebody moves behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
For somebody to be lined up and pass the line of scrimmage doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Did it impact the play? No, but it's the rules. It is what it is.
So
sometimes you get the call, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you eat the bar.
Every team.
Sometimes the bar eats you.
Anyway, sorry, I totally cut off.
No, and so about this game also, they're playing New England. Reports are that Belichick's out after this year.
Yep.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, that he's done it.
Does he hang it up or does he go with another team?
He hangs it up.
I think he hangs it up.
He's like 80. Well, he's like 57.
I mean, it's easier to be a defensive coordinator.
It's hard to.
I'd love for the Eagles, but
it's hard to imagine him because he seems so happy coaching.
Hey, he's just a miserable son of a bitch.
He just seems so happy.
Yeah, he's very happy,
doesn't he?
Just a happy guy. Just a happy.
Yeah, so Belichick's probably out.
Good.
Washington, and you know what? Kudos to Ron and I.
You both said he was going to be.
Yeah, we said this was going to be it for him. So. Good for you! I can't do it right now. Washington takes on the Rams in L.A.
I like the Rams.
Yeah, same here.
In L.A., yeah.
San Fran, Arizona. Next game. Dallas, Buffalo. In Buffalo.
I'm taking Buffalo.
I like Buffalo, too.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
All right, you taking Jacksonville? Yeah. Damn. I fought with that Buffalo game. Nah, Buffalo isn't playing up to their standards, dude. Dallas is playing pretty hot right now. That could be a Buffalo game.
Yeah.
In my position though, where I'm like holding steady in my pick 'em, I got to stick with the team that I think is going to win, not the team that I think can lose. You know what I mean?
get
If
what
that
you're
makes
saying.
sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to stick with Dallas, but I will not be surprised one iota. I will not be surprised one Tony Iommi if Buffalo pulls out that win. And then he took Jacksonville.
Old dick fingers.
Jacksonville taking on Baltimore at home in Jacksonville.
That's Baltimore.
I'm going Jacksonville. Mike said Jacksonville as well. There's something. It's probably dumb. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I'm taking Jacksonville in this game. There's something about that game. I just like the Jaguars.
Is it Trevor Lawrence banged up?
He's playing. He's all right. He's back. He played last week. Dave Peterson's also taking Buffalo. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I think Jacksonville's going to win this game. But I picked them earlier in this week, and I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, I don't know. So that's your pick 'em for whatever week we're in. 14, 15, week 15. Yeah, 15, 16. So yeah, because we're fantasy playoffs. 15, 16, 17.
Yes.
3 weeks of playoffs.
Yes.
Dave Peterson also has the Jaguars.
Nice.
Yeah. What were we gonna say?
You and Ryan get the first round buys.
Dude, it's such a big deal to get a bye because all you have to do is win one game and you're in.
I want to see you two go head to head.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I made him my bitch last time in the championship.
Yeah, he told me.
Jamar Chase had 72 points.
Holy shit.
When we played, he scored 4 touchdowns in that game.
Damn.
It was over by halftime. I didn't want to tell him, like, dude, this game's over. I'm like, nah, you got to. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, it's over. Like, Jamar Chase already had 40 points. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking, it's over, dude.
You're up past 25 points on the other. It's tough.
Yeah, 40, being down 40.
Yeah, it's tough to come back from.
Yeah, but look, but I gotta be honest. I'm not sure I win next week. Like, I don't know who I'm playing yet. My team has been struggling. Like, I'm winning. I lost last week, which didn't really bother me because it didn't matter. But my team has not been producing in the last few weeks. So, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Well, let's just cheat. I'll give you all my good players and don't tell nobody.
Can't do that.
You're the commissioner.
Well,
you can do whatever you want.
You think anybody's not going to notice that?
I know. I'm only kidding.
Yeah, it's fucking, what's this face? The playoff, the trade deadline's over. I don't know what I'm playing. I'm just gonna play a random song here to play us out tonight. Oh, I know this song.
Must have been love.
Yeah, I know the song. Yeah. The Rockette?
Yeah.
Rockette?
Yeah.
Is that name? No.
Roxette,
not Rockettes. Rockette's playing.
I love the fact that I'm up 3-2.
Oh my God.
Or, I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Was her name Roxette? She was fucking pretty hot.
Oh, it is 3-2. I'm still up 3-2. Almost at halftime.
That's
He's got his
back in the
quarterback
80s, brother.
playing. I got a kicker.
Yeah, I'm concentrating on her iron and board titties. She just flapjack titties.
Fried egg teddies.
Yeah, there's not much. There's just
I want another beer. Damn it.
she looked like Bridget Nielsen. Yeah.
Neeson.
Bridget Nielsen.
What's she related to Lee?
Yeah. I will kill you.
I think Dallas is due for
I will
that
find
game.
you. No, I know, dude. But what I explained to Gary is I got to think what other people are thinking at this point. I can't be. There's no reason for me to be stupid and go. You know what I mean? Like, I got to think. Okay, is so and so going to pick that team?
Well, you're up 7 games on the second, third, and third place team.
Yeah.
What happened with Dobbs in Minnesota?
He got benched.
Why was he playing bad?
Oh yeah, the last 2 weeks he's been terrible. Yeah, he's been, and I think they said he might. Who's their starter now?
Ty Chandler.
No,
He's the fourth
No, it's the
quarterback.
running
Oh
back.
shit, you're up 35-0, Sean.
Oh wow. Who do I have in this game?
Hawkinson.
Oh yeah,
He hasn't played anybody yet, though.
he just got
You're
another.
52%.
Hawkinson just had an own catch.
You're up 52%. I want you to win because, like, if you end up either winning the championship or losing next week and I lose, that means I play a team that doesn't have a quarterback. Well, maybe Herbert's back.
Yeah. No, Herbert's out for the year.
Oh, how about Pickett?
Pickett could be back by week 17.
Okay, so I'm in good shape.
So I could be.
Oh wait, so that would be the game.
I might
that
have
comes back.
I might have a quarterback in the championship, dude. If we make it the championship with no quarterback,
I still like playing against a hurt Pickett.
oh, of course, yeah.
Rich get richer.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, that'd be a repeat. That'd be last year's.
Did it be most unlikely repeat of all time?
Yeah.
No quarterback. Nah, it ain't gonna happen, dude. All right, well, we hit the 2-hour mark, guys. Everyone that tuned in at noon on a Saturday afternoon, just like the old days, man. This was fun. This was a good time.
Oh, wait for the.
As Guy Smiley would say,
Ding,
thank
ding,
you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, we're gonna play this out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, got to.
Yeah. I'm not used to doing the show with the sun out, man. This is weird.
Thank you.
This is a perfect Saturday noon show. Like it's playoff song.
There was football. Oh, this.
Yeah, just like the
I'm upset that it's over now.
Yeah, it is. It is over now.
Yeah. This is what we're gonna play on our last show ever. Next week. We're not gonna meet the best of in 2 weeks. We're done next week.
Oh, okay.
Nick Mullins, yeah, that's the quarterback. Yeah. All right, guys. Now seriously,
He's got a Jim Plunkett look to him.
Again, everyone that has tuned in, streamed, downloaded the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for making us number one, man. It's pretty cool.
We don't need no damn sponsors.
Yeah.
We don't need no damn networks.
That's right.
I mean, we'll take one if anybody's listening. I'm just saying. But we don't need no damn.
I would not love doing this for a living.
So, yeah. It'd be awesome.
Compared to my job.
It's not like we don't get Christmas parties. Oh boy.
Throws an interception at the 1 yard line.
All right, guys. We will
Erroneous.
We'll see you guys next week. Corner Puff Sports says see you on next Friday.
What a tool bag.
All right.
Penis.
Tool bag.
All right, guys. That's pretty much gonna call it. Mike's gotta go visit Elmo.
I do. Yeah. I'm gonna tickle Elmo.
Oh, not there, Mike. Not there. We've had it. Now it's just fun, man. It's
Mike's gonna tickle Elmo.
It's fun to do it Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, this is cool. It's
Yeah.
little, changes things.
Dude, I swear it feels like it's 11 o'clock on a Friday night, which isn't a good thing.
No, it's not.
That's not a good
It's
thing.
got a long day.
Your eyes are all bloodshot.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, your hair of the dog, you're picking right off.
Yeah, I was all right there from last night.
You gonna keep going or are you gonna take a break?
You're not drinking.
No, I can't. You gotta drive.
All right, well, I got to roll out.
No, I'm good. All right, guys. We thank you so much for watching us tonight. Tonight. I keep saying tonight.
Yeah, you do.
It's like having 17 night games in a row and then having a day game. No, we thank you guys so much for tuning in today.
Cop and you got to work the swing shift.
Dave said, I'm looking forward to the year in review show. Absolutely. Have a great afternoon, gents. Jay Parr said, great Saturday show, guys. Congratulations again for being number one. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. Mark, thank you for having us in the supermarket tonight. Everyone else that was watching. Everyone else was watching and tuned in while we're doing the show. Thank you so much. We will see you guys next Friday night, back normal time, 8:15. Our last normal show of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be epic.
See you guys. All right.